All right, ladies and gentlemen, today you work upon the somewhat confusing and very mysterious thing of dividing by fractions. Now, this is one where you can go home and your parents will probably tell you the wrong answer because we don't really understand this very well. Okay, if I said 1 divided by 1/2, 1 divided by 1/2, most people would probably throw out there the answer that 1 divided by 1/2 is, Peter, 1/2. Oh, I got somebody saying that it's 1. I got Alex saying that it's 2. Calvin, he's giving me 3 answers now. Can you what? Please. Nick is going to say, Nick says 3/4. Okay, now, maybe this will help you. And the book kind of starts you out slowly saying, you know what, let's sketch this out and see what it looks like if we actually draw it out. So if we have one circle, here is what the question you're being asked here. Okay? You are asking how many. Division is asking how many groups or how many you have of something. You're asking how many 1/2s are in 1. So if you take a circle and you split it into halves, if you take one circle, divide it into halves, how many halves do you get? 2. Okay. So 1 actually divided by 1/2 is 2. Okay, which doesn't make sense because a lot of times when we think about division, we always think smaller because 8 divided by 4 is 2. But what you have to remember here is when you're dividing it by half, you're actually cutting it into smaller groups than one whole thing. For example, you know, if you have 6 pizzas and you cut those all into 1/2 pieces, well, let's do it. Let's do this. Let me wrap it up. Usually a pizza comes cut into 8 pieces. If I asked you how many 6 whole pizzas divided by 1/8, okay, 1/8, you have 6 whole pizzas. Let me draw the picture for you here. I can get it there. Draw the picture here for you. You have 6 pieces, or 6 pizzas. Maybe they're pepperoni, maybe they're not. And each one of them, you want to know how many 1/8s you can get out of 6 pizzas. You are going to get how many 8s can you get out of 6 whole pizzas cut into 1/8 slices? Ends up being how much, Alexa? How many? How many pieces? How many 1/8s can you get out of 6? Thank you very much. It is 48. 6 divided by 1/8 is 48. Now, Eli?
Couldn't you technically just multiply the denominator with the fraction?
Sure. That's where we're getting to eventually, technically. However, but what about this? What if I said 6 divided by 2/8? 6 divided by 2/8 is going to change your answer a little bit here. But what you're asking is this. You're asking how many 2/8s I can get out of that. So if I look at it like this, if I just had one pizza, let's just look at one, and I cut it into 8s, and I want to know how many groups of 2/8s I can get out of it. So look, here is one group of 2/8s, correct? Here is another group of 2/8s. By the way, 2/8s is the same as 1/4, so maybe that'll help you out here. Here is a third group of 2/8s, and here is a fourth group of 2/8s. So 1 pizza divided by 2/8. How many 2/8s did I take out of there? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So if in one pizza I get 4 2/8s, and 6 pizzas I'm going to get, Alex? 24. Or what if I asked you this one? Here comes a tough one. As if you're not, and by the way, you're not gonna have to do this the whole time, but this gets you a little later. What if it was 6 divided by 3/8? How many, and that would be this would be the question. If you had 6 pizzas, and everybody got to eat 3 of the 8 pieces, how many people would you be able to feed with that? Because you wanna know how many 3/8, how many 3 pizzas could you get out of 6? And again, you might have to sit down here and actually count. Because there's one group of 3/8. Here's a second group of 3/8. Well, there's only 2 left here, but if I put those 2 with 1 over here, here's a third group. Here's a fourth group, here's a fifth group, but I got this one left over here, but I'll put that with this one. That's a 6th group, a 7th group. Oh, there's an 8. There's an 8th group there. There's 8 and 3 of them, so how many would you suppose I would get in all 6? Tough one there. Eli?
16.
16, I believe is the correct answer. Now, I don't know if the book gives you this, but I'm going to give you this. Oh, how about this? Now, to throw you really for a loop, I didn't start it.
He said fruit.
I will start it though.